Bladesmiths, welcome to the Forge. There will be no signature blades in your signature style today. Instead, you'll be making this weapon made famous by the United States Marine Corps. That is the iconic K-bar. Since World War II, the K-bar has been the fighting knife of the United States Marine Corps. Featuring a short, lightweight blade and clip point, the weapon is famous for its multitude of uses. From close quarters combat to chopping wood to even opening cans, it is the trusted sidearm for devil dogs and survivalists alike. Let's talk a little bit about what you're making these K-bars out of. Today, you'll be working with this. No globe, all anchor. The crossbar is W1 high carbon steel. The anchor shape is mild steel. You'll have to harvest that hardenable and mild steel to use in your blades and utilize a San Mai technique. Good luck. Your 3 hour starts now.
We're gonna attack this anchor as we would any combat mission.
Let me get at it. All right, there you go. Hold on to it from the other side.
Once a Marine, always a Marine. Always start to work as a team.
I got a bar of hardenable steel. I flattened it out, stick it between my two pieces of mild steel, and toss it in the forge, get it welded.
This initial press is what's gonna make or break me being able to make a San Mai knife. Start going at it. Immediately I can tell that I got a good weld. I think I'm good to go.
My game plan for this is I don't want any mild steel down near my edge or my bevels, so I'm gonna use 2 thin strips of mild steel, 1 on each side, my hardenable steel, just to jacket it, and we'll forge weld that together. That way we have meat parameters, and the spine is strong, and the knife is still really tough.
I draw my 3 pieces of metal out, and I realize my 2 pieces of mild steel, they're not as long as the hard W1 steel.
I got it.
On a thick centerpiece, those lean pieces of mild heat up faster and cool quicker. They don't necessarily weld very well.
I'm running out of time. So I'm going to the press to do my forge weld. I know that that weld is a critical point. If you get delaminations or that weld doesn't stick, you're gonna be in trouble.
She ain't gonna be pretty.
Trips in the quench.
Pull it out of the quench. I see a small warp, but I believe I can grind it out.
That will work just fine.
I get my blade shaped, and now I'm thinking about heat treating it. I take it out, and it seems nice and straight to me, so feeling pretty good.
Garrett just quenched.
Pull it out, and I've got just a little wiggle in it. So I head over to my jig, give it a good twist. Warp seems to come right out.
I think Garrett's really showing some really smart scientific work.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bladesmiths, shut down your machines, drop your tools. This round of competition is over.
Marines, welcome to the rifle shop. To test the strength and durability of your blades as well as the overall construction of your K-bars, I will be chopping mercilessly into these rifles. Trip, you're up first. You ready?
Have at it, killer.
All right.
This K-bar, it looks badass, but hey, there could be a fracture or something in my blade. That thing could pop, go across the shop and kill somebody. Holy crap.
Well, Trip, nice job. There is glinting here and up here towards the tip, but this held up phenomenally well.
Hoorah, thank you.
All right, Gene, you're up. You ready?
Giddy up.
All right.
Just the way he swings that thing into that rifle, it's insane. No knife should be able to handle that, and just, I can't believe that he's gonna do it to mine.
Nice. Heck yeah.
Whee!
Hear that sound?
Yep.
That's your guard.
Yep.
Your guard is now loose. Can't tell if the handle slipped back from it, but there's a big gap there in this motion. Overall, though, it's all in one piece, so well done.
Thank you.
Well, Garrett, you've seen what I'm gonna do.
Oh, God.
How you feeling?
Yep.
All right. Yep, it is.
This test is gonna be the hardest test I've ever done on any of my blades. I'm afraid that that pommel is just gonna come right off, and that's what's gonna send me home. Woohoo! Was I the only one that seen a spark?
That was crazy.
Well, Garrett, there's a decent chunk out of your blade right here. This is the site of 2 impacts at least, and it lost. You know, there's a piece of your blade still over there somewhere. The rest of your knife is still tight, still there. It's all in one piece, mostly.
Thank you.
All right, Marines, this is the sharpness test. Today, the fight is all about cutting through these ropes. Trip, you're up first. You ready for this?
Raw.
Let's do it.
So I feel like, man, I was on top of the world a while ago, and now I'm at the damn bottom of the barrel, hoping not to go home.
All right, Trip, I love the handle. It really marries into my hand when I put it on. But the fact that I can do this is not very sharp at all. It did scratch and cut a little bit, but not as deeply as I thought it should. Overall, sir, your blade kind of cuts. All right, Gene, your turn, sir. You ready?
You bet.
Let's do this.
Giddy up.
Nice.
All right, Gene, let's talk about your K-bar here. The edge you put on, despite having some glinting right here, is still sharp. Took down all the ropes. It feels good when you're swinging it. And overall, sir, it'll cut.
Yes.
There it is.
He said it.
All right, Garrett, you're up next. You ready, sir?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I feel like I'm at a definite disadvantage. After Tripp's knife didn't go through any of the ropes, I need my knife to cut through them, or else I could be going home. Man, oh man.
All right, Garrett, the handle's a bit on the larger side. There's some extra space right there. But when you grab onto it, it is comfortable. Despite having a chip right here, you can see it still cuts. On one of the swings, it actually got hung up on that one section right there. But it does cut through the first rope and some of the second rope and a little bit on the third. Overall, sir, it'll cut.
Thank you.
All right, bladesmiths, the judges have deliberated. They've made their final decision. It's time for one of you Marines to leave the forge. The bladesmith leaving the forge is Garrett. Your blade didn't make the cut.
Garrett, above all else, the quality of a blade is something an end user depends on. While this was very close, we base our decision that your blade took the most damage on the strength test. For that reason, we're sending you home.
I understand.
Garrett, please surrender your blade.
My blade took the most damage. It's only fair that I go home. But I'm so glad that I had the opportunity to compete, and especially with 3 other Marines, talk about a brotherhood. I would have loved to represent the Marine Corps in the final challenge, but I think I got 2 great smiths out there that are going to do a great job.